We wanted to get into what Chris Simms, who's now an NFL commentator, does a show with Mike Florio, says about Dwayne Haskins. He ranked his top 40 quarterbacks in the NFL. Chris Simms, of course, played in the league from 2003 through 2009. Career stats: 12 touchdowns, 18 picks, quarterback rating 69.
It doesn't matter.
It's not like he was a successful quarterback.
Where would he rank Chris Simms on the top 40?
He does do his rankings.
Number 41?
Right. He does do his rankings of the top 40 quarterbacks. Here's what Chris Simms says about Dwayne Haskins.
Honestly, going into this exercise, I thought I would probably have Dwayne Haskins higher than this. And this doesn't mean he can't get higher than where he is. I mean, I recognize there's potential with Dwayne Haskins. He does have a really good arm. You know, we talked about his size. I do think size is a skill. But I think between what I went back and watched in preseason football last week and then just some of his throws I watched during the regular season, it led me to believe that I just don't know what Dwayne Haskins is yet. And that's really why he's 39. I don't know where. You know, again, I see talent, but I also see immaturity and rawness and a guy that's really still learning to play the position. So would I be shocked if he ended up in the top 20 by the end of the season? No, I can't say that I would, because I remember seeing things at Ohio State going, damn, that guy can throw it and make some throws. But last year, very inconsistent in the preseason. Had some really head-scratching throws, decisions, moments, all like that. When he did start finally for the Washington Redskins later in the year, and you watched football, it wasn't pretty at first.
Right.
It was really ugly at first, actually. Then we started to see a glimmer of hope, and we started to see some positive things, and he got hurt. So we never really got to see him build on that. But, you know, again, I think this is a player that's raw, and, you know, I think between some of the stuff I heard during the season, and you've heard Ron Rivera say that he's got to be a better professional and crossing the T's and dotting the I's and all those things more. Yeah, like I said, I see the potential, but I think realistically, if we're going by I'm a coach and my ass is on the hot seat, he's going to be at 39 right now because I just don't know what he is and I can't trust him at this point.
For context, he had Mitch Trubisky ranked 38th. Right. And the only quarterback below Dwayne Haskins was Tua, who hasn't played an NFL game.
Right. Well, you could gripe with the actual number on the list, but what he said was all fair. I mean, there's just a lot of question marks. And he showed some signs last year,
Right.
But he also, like Simms says, he showed some immaturity and rawness and all those other, adjectives they use. But, I don't have a problem with anything he said.
But I think most of what he saw that was bad, that was negative, was early. If you look at, you parse down Haskins late in the season, I'm just stealing this from Nick Akridge from Pro Football Focus from weeks 9 through 17. According to their metrics, Haskins' passing grade was ranked first amongst rookies. Big time throws was ranked second amongst rookies, and his turnover-worthy plays were low, first amongst rookies. So after he got his feet under him a little bit and, wasn't thrown to the Wolves in the Giants game, where everybody knew he wasn't ready for that, he actually performed pretty well amongst his peers. And when I say peers, I mean other rookie quarterbacks.
I'm trying to find the daggone list, and the only one I could find is from his list last year. Well, I can't find...
It's not fully out yet, but hold on.
He's slowly releasing it.
Yeah, I just want to find the list, and the only list that's, I don't want to click through 9 million pages. The only list that's out is last year's. It's
if
really
you want to
annoying.
chime in, 800-636-1067, 800-636-1067. I agree with you, Cakes. I don't think he's fair to Haskins. Seems to focus on the early struggles where, remember, his first 22 passes, he had 4 interceptions.
Right.
All right, so that really skews the numbers. But if you go to the last couple of games, he played his best in weeks 15 and week 16, down the stretch, 4 touchdowns, no picks, 75% completion percentage. So that gave you a lot of hope, I think, as a Redskins fan, that if he can harness that and play like he did, very small sample size. It was just 2 weeks, but weeks 15 and 16, think about that. 4 touchdowns, no picks, 75% completion percentage. You take that every day of the week.
Let's also factor in he's throwing the ball to 2 rookies. Now, one of them was outstanding in McLaurin. Harmon came on late. He doesn't have his best pass catching back in Chris Thompson. He's unavailable for 90% of the season. He doesn't have any tight ends of note to throw to. The top two weapons at tight end are Vernon Davis and Jordan Reed. Both of those guys sidelined. I mean, could he have had less to throw to in a weird, like, topsy-turvy rookie season where the head coach is on the outs? He's got to go in and run Bill Callahan's system where it's all handing off the ball. There's a lot of weirdness to his rookie campaign.
True, but how do you guys have a problem with Simms saying, I just don't know what we have yet?
I don't have a problem.
Do you know what we have? Do you know what you have in Haskins yet? I don't.
Well, I know more about Haskins than I know about Justin Herbert, and he's got Justin Herbert ahead of him.
Yeah, I know. The rookies, that's a little issue. I mean, to have guys who haven't even played yet ahead of him, okay, that's different. But when he says, I don't know what we have yet, there's just too many unknowns, I agree with that, 100%. And, a lot of that stuff was out of his control last year with the coaching change and the lack of support and the lack of talent, the injuries and all that. But I can't get too excited about weeks 16 and 17.
Also on the list last year, Simms had Haskins ranked 38th.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw last year's. And he had, I think he had Keenum at 32. I don't even know, is Keenum still? See, the thing is, I guess he's releasing this in bits and pieces.
Yeah, periodically.
Because there's nothing going on. So it's hard for me, it's hard to comment on it. So far, Valdez has given me 40 through 30, 36. So he's got Taysom Hill, 36. I might even argue that Haskins is a better pure quarterback than Taysom Hill, but...
Well, yeah, Taysom Hill, I don't think he's ever had a game in the NFL where he's had more than one completion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's kind of a joke. Justin Herbert is a joke. Trubisky, I don't know.
Although Herbert could end up being a better quarterback.
Yeah, but right now, I mean, if you have Tua last, I mean, I would bet on Tua over Justin Herbert, wouldn't you?
Yeah, probably.
Why do you have Tua 40? I mean, if you're going to make that point, okay, he hasn't done anything yet.
It's just his list. I mean,
yeah, well, it's just he's full of inconsistencies.